So, the temperature right now is damn near perfect for riding. It was super hot earlier, but I'm really hoping this downward trend continues as we get towards October and the fall, as they call it here in Tampa, which is really just when it's in the 80s as opposed to high 90s. But right now, the sun is set or setting, and the temperature is beautiful, the breeze feels nice, and I just realized I've had this motorcycle for over a month and never realized I could do this. That's when I fell for the leader of the pack. Right? Like the song? Anybody? No? Well, alright then. I thought it was funny. Whew, I'm gonna open my visor here. So I just realized I actually haven't put any videos of me riding my bike. I've taken a few, but I hate the sound of my own voice. And granted, I could just make a video of me riding without talking, but then I would deprive you all of the joy that is my random thoughts that come into my head. And oddly enough, right now I'm drawing a blank. Don't do it, Van. Don't you do it. Don't you. Oh, you. What an asshole. This is what I gotta deal with in Tampa. It doesn't happen often. I mean, it does happen sometimes, but I mean, I'm not invisible. I got a headlight. Pardon my French, I do apologize, but when, someone almost kills me, I get a little frustrated. Also, I got a fanny pack for Stella here, if you can see it in the camera there. Oh, a little magnetic fanny packs to make her stylish. Because as everyone knows, fanny packs are the peak of culture. They're so chic, they're in right now, guys. Fanny packs are making a comeback. Fanny packs and windbreakers. I mean, I'm really good at breaking wind myself, so I don't really need it. That's right, fart humor. You're welcome. Actually remembered to turn off my turn signal. One of the things that I didn't realize till after I got a bike, or I guess after I took the MSF training course, which I probably should have realized because it makes sense, is that turn signals on bikes, while they do have light indicators, you can see that blinking light there, I don't know, they don't beep at you if you leave them on like in a car. They also don't automatically turn off when you make a turn, because there's really not a way for your bike to know that you made a turn. So I have ridden like a couple miles straight without realizing I left my turn signal on like a jackass. So now I've gotten into the habit of randomly just pushing the button to reset the turn signal just all the time for no reason. It could have been 20 minutes since I made a turn and I'll be like, I better check. Kind of like when you play a video game and you save the game, like Skyrim or whatever, and then you're like, did I save? And then you save it again, and sometimes 3 or 4 times after that. Better watch it, Lexus. I see you. I see you. Every time I see a car pulling up, because here in Tampa, like, people will approach things like turn-ins like that at just ridiculous speeds and then wait until like the very last second to brake. So I think that they're going to barrel into me. Like this guy right here. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. And he's stopping. All right, yeah, you better stop. I got your number. There's something in my eye. What the? I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm good. Never mind. Yeah, riding a motorcycle has, I think, improved my situational awareness, because it kind of has to. You kind of have to know what's going on behind you, next to you, around you, in front of you, farther in front of you, even farther than that in front of you. Just so you're prepared for any eventuality, and you'll start to, like, even when you drive a car, sometimes you do this too. You'll kind of predict people's behavior. You can see the way a guy or girl or whomever is driving. Maybe they might be kind of hugging one side of the lane, and you're like, oh, they're going to cut me off anytime, any second they're going to cut me off, and then they cut you off, and you're like, I knew it. I freaking knew it. All right, which lane? Pick a lane, buddy. Pick a lane. There you go. Oh, he's gonna go. He's gonna go. He's gonna go. Nope. All right. Woo. So yeah, you'll see a guy and be like, I know what you're gonna do. I know exactly what you're about to do. Don't do it. And then he does it, and you're like, I knew it. I knew that guy was gonna do that thing that I thought he was going to do. And you feel really self-righteous for a moment. Unless that thing that he does, involves crashing into you, in which case you only have about 2 seconds of airtime of self-righteous, while you're flying through the air towards the asphalt, to feel really smug and superior. And then, you get hurt. Now, fortunately, I have not dropped my bike yet. Ever. Everyone says it'll happen eventually. Eventually, you're going to drop your bike. But I don't know. I mean, not to knock on wood. I don't have wood. I mean, there's got to be an exception, right? I could be the guy who just never falls. Personally, I don't understand why more people don't do that. Like, the best way to avoid a crash is to just not crash. Like, keep your bike upright. I mean, it's that simple. I don't know why more people don't just not crash, right? I was actually talking to this guy who's a much more experienced rider than myself, and he was telling me that, because people think motorcycle accidents are always the biker being reckless, and bikers think that accidents are all because of other drivers, but it's actually a combination of the two. A lot of motorcycle accidents are because of other drivers not paying attention, not seeing us, pulling out in front of us, cutting us off, etc., etc. But a lot of these, the guy was telling me that, yeah, it's other drivers being reckless, but most of them are preventable. If you are riding safely, using your situational awareness, knowing your surroundings, things like that, you can avoid most of those situations. So it really is a combination of reckless drivers and overconfident bikers. It's really the main cause of accidents here. Oh, slow down, dude. Where's the fire, right? Am I right? Oh, God, he's going towards my apartment. Oh, good. Oh, someone messaged me. I'm popular. So, man, this weather right now is pretty nice. I mean, I'm wearing my jacket, gloves, jeans, boots. I mean, I'm dressed for the slide, not the ride, at-gat. I mean, I'm all geared up, but usually it's pretty miserable in this helmet. Right now, very comfortable, very breathable. Except when I'm sitting still. This video has gone on way longer than I intended it to. So if you're still watching this video, we're probably at, I don't know, like 8-10 minutes by now. I have no internal clock, so it could have been 45 seconds for all the hell I know. Thank you for sticking around. It's almost over, I promise. Just bear with me a little longer. I could edit it, except that I have zero editing skills and zero editing software. So if anyone has any recommendations for good editing software, preferably free, let me know. I'm not trying to be some, YouTube celebrity motovlogger, but I want to, make some videos because it's a hobby and I want to share a hobby, Which is funny because I usually judge other people for their hobbies because I'm I don't know, a cynical prick, I guess. But I think it's a fun thing to do, and I really encourage everyone who has the opportunity, the means, to find the motive, because riding a bike is the most fun thing ever. And I know a lot of things that people are worried about with bikes is, well, fear, obviously, of crashing and dying. And that is a real fear. Every time you get on a bike, you have to accept that possibility. But then you think about it, you have to accept that possibility anytime you get behind the wheel of a car. I mean, cars aren't invincible. People die in car accidents every damn day. Sure, it's easier to die in a motorcycle accident. I'm not going to deny that. I don't have a protective cage around me as if I were driving my car, but don't let that deter you. If it's something you want to do, riding a motorcycle, hey, anything. If there's anything you want to do, don't let fear get in the way. Unless there's like a reason to be feared. Like if you're like, I want to wrestle bears. Like, no, don't do that. That's reckless. But riding a motorcycle, everyone, if you ever have an inkling, just a thought of riding a bike, get one. Or take the MSF course. It's like $150 to $200. It's like 2 to 3 day course. You'll just ride around a parking lot and get the feel for it. And I'm telling you, you will fall in love. I highly recommend it to everybody. Anyway, here I am back at my luxury apartments. So this is going to be it for me. Y'all have a great day or night, depending on when you watch this video. Peace.